speaking of fashion, I wonder what Tim Gunn would have to say about this throwback photograph from prom night. Yes, that's Lance Bass with his prom date. You may recognize her, Danielle Fishel, from Boy Meets World. Topanga. Tell us about that. So you're a senior in high school?
Well, she was a senior in high school. I was 2 years older than her, so this was the Calabasas High prom. And yeah, we've been dating for a while at that point. She was my first real girlfriend back then.
Wow.
Notice the hovering hand over
the hand.
Because his hand was touching her back.
Her mom was taking the photo, so I did not want to touch her so much.
You're like a dad's dream
Do I like
come
girls
true.
or not?
Were
I
you
don't know.
nervous?
I was very nervous. Of course I was very nervous. And I remember that night, of course, it was prom, but she had, had this dream, like every girl does, of their prom, their senior prom.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
And, she was expecting, our first time to be that night. She was a virgin when I was, dating her. And it was that night that I realized, like, I can't do this to a girl. I knew that I was gay at that moment. I was 19 years old, so
but she
I
didn't.
knew that was the last girl that I was ever, like, with, because I just knew I couldn't hold this lie anymore.
Wow.
It's very chivalrous of you not having
Well, I knew I could not imagine.
But what did you say?
Because he didn't want to do it. Like he was like, groping for her.
I didn't want that to be, a lot of girls will have an experience with a gay guy and be like, wow, my first time was with a gay guy. That kind of sucks.
You're right.
But did you come out to her that night?
I did not come out to her that night, no. It was.
So what did you say to her?
Well, of course, and ladies, remember this, when guys are blaming it on religion, it's not really religion. I did, like, I'm real religious. I'm, a good Christian, so I couldn't have sex. Yeah. Yeah.
But you did make out with her.
Don't say that, because there's a lot of guys that don't do it because of religion. And every guy.
Suspicious.
Is that the line you're getting these days?
I didn't do it because of religious reasons.
No, I said the guys. I'm joking.
Well, it's a religion to be with me.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of proms, there's actually a writer for EliteDaily.com who says that people who marry their high school sweethearts are, well, out of their minds. He argues that teenagers are, this is his word, stupid. Adolescents are emotionally ridiculous, which results in irrational choices that'll make you cringe years later. I don't know. You can meet your love in high school. I think it's possible.
Listen, my dear friend, really good friend, met his future wife in grade school. They dated then, they dated in high school, and they then went to college together with me, and they have a great marriage, and they've been happily married. But haven't you ever heard stories of people later in life, something happens with their spouse, they pass away or something, and they go back and find their first love?
Yes.
I mean, I think there's something, and truth to be told, in finding someone who you've known since you were little.
And they know you, yeah.
I also think now, especially for millennials, like, we're so connected to so many people, not just in your state, not in your country, but all over the world. When you think about our parents or our grandparents, their community was literally their physical community. So I think you didn't have as many options as when you were younger, so it doesn't happen. But I think if it does happen, it can be a really beautiful thing. Nobody's ever going to know you better than that person who knew you when you were in high school.
It's a romantic idea, for sure. But
Did you know somebody in high school that you thought you were going to get married to?
No.
Or, no.
I never thought I was going to marry my short-lived boyfriend.
No, I mean, I had crushes on
Topanga.
teachers. I don't know.
Topanga didn't work out for that one.
A lot of women, probably I bet most women gain a substantial amount of weight when they're pregnant. I gained 70-some pounds with my first child. Don't start with the whispering in the audience.
Did you hear that? The hush.
Yeah, I ate so much Ben & Jerry's ice cream, every day a quart, because I'd had a lot of miscarriages and I thought it'll make the baby stick. The baby stuck along with the weight for a long time, but then... So anyway, then there's this woman. Take a look at this woman. That is a fitness model named Chantel Duncan. That's her body, obviously, six-pack abs, just 28 days until her due date. Wow. Now, she is a fitness model. This is part of what she does. She said she wanted to be in the best shape physically and mentally for when her baby was born. And she also says it doesn't matter. The people come in all shapes and sizes. But is that the kind of thing that makes, if you've just had a baby, make you feel bad about yourself?
Well, the baby looked like he lifting weights in the belly.
Yeah.
No, I don't. She looks fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, I applaud her. I did not look like that. It took me 9 months to gain it. It took me a long time. I'm still trying to get it off. But, what I sort of thought your mentality, too. If I ate more, it would protect the baby, because it wasn't about me, it's about baby.
Right,
So I thought if I just cocooned it with more food and loved it, I just thought it was healthier and safer. But you don't shame her for being so
absolutely not.
No, but she looks really good. Looks better than do without baby.
I know, exactly.
I mean, hot dang.
Speaking of body image, Khloe Kardashian is speaking about plastic surgery. She says it should be viewed almost like makeup or dyeing your hair. Oh, come on. Oh, come on, you guys. But she also says that she thinks you should try to look your best the natural way first before you resort to plastic surgery.
The point to her statement was that we all go out every day with a mask on.
Right.
We don't, or most of us do anyway. You know, whether you're getting extensions or you're getting Botox or filler or injections or cool sculpting, whatever you're getting, you know, we all present a different version of ourselves that's not 100% natural. So I see where she's coming from, but I also appreciate that she worked really hard to get that body, and she's not saying, hey, I took the easy road out.
Right.
But it is an option, and it is becoming more commonplace, I think, every day. I think people are becoming more aware of it.
You look at, you know, when braces first came out, I'm sure a lot of people were like, you shouldn't change your teeth. That's vain. To makeup, to having a little nose job, to getting that last bit of fat sucked out of you.
Right.
I think it's getting more common, and people are accepting it more. Just like online dating. 10 years ago, people would make fun of online dating, but now that's where people meet. So
I think
it evolves.
I think we have to be very careful about saying that plastic surgery is like makeup, because makeup, I can go home, I can take this hair off, I can take this face off, and then I can go back to me. And you see a lot of people sort of trying to emulate this idea of perfection. And to me, and I've told my grandmother and I've told my mother this, there's nothing more beautiful to me to see a woman become older and the beauty that she has with her natural face. And I think some people are trying to resist that. And we need to learn to love that.
And I think that's great. I think that's a wonderful ideal. But there is a reason that we all sit up here with makeup, with our hair.
Oh, they've seen me without makeup. They've seen
not
plenty
on
of
television.
shots. I look bad all the time, other than this up here.
You look
And I would,
great.
you know what? But no, I do look great. But I also have, what I do love is going home and peeling the layers away and sitting there and just letting my face breathe, taking this wig off, scratching my scalp, letting the scalp breathe. And I don't mind going out in the street like that. I know that makeup is an addition to accentuate, but I don't want to change anything about my face. I want to grow with my face. I don't want to alter anything.
You would never get Botox or filler or anything?
I haven't. I haven't. Fortunately, I'm gorgeous. So,
Does that mean that everybody thinks that's
I was like, you don't admit anything on national television.
sorry.
But you
Everything's
know,
on the down
sometimes
low.
when you hear that from somebody, I don't know how old Chloe is. How old is she?
She's probably in her
She's my age, so
30s.
it's 34,
Yeah, but I
35.
mean, you get young women in their 20s already starting it, and I think that's part of the message that I don't particularly like. Also, I mean, I have not done anything, and it's not. I'm not getting up on a soapbox. But a lot of people who say to me, "Why haven't you?" They judge you the other way. Like you have all these options. Why aren't you doing something about that face of yours? And that makes me. But it's true. I mean, I'm not saying it. And that's like, well, why do I have to?
and you
know?
look good. We
No, but
forget all
people
the
make
time
you feel bad. People make you feel bad.
But what the problem here is
People make you feel bad.
they make you feel bad, but
They
what
always
she's doing
do.
now is saying that makeup's synonymous, the same thing as plastic surgery, and they're not the same. Well, you know, it's very different, you know, like going to extreme like that.
Mind your own business.
Oh,
Do what you want to do.
Yeah, exactly. We're all beautiful.